Hello fellow gamers, it's your boy Zero Inc. And I'm back with another Kickshot angle discussion. Now I'm sorry it's been a while since my last one, but I've been sick and I've just gotten done with the procedure on Friday and I've just been completely out of it. So I'd like to talk about Drive Club and Evolution Studios. Now I want to explain something to you. And this is for all those gamers who don't understand how studios work. First of all, Evolution Studios is made up of 6 core members. Now I think they're maybe just over 20. Now you're not talking about 343 Studios who has over 100 plus. This is actually a fairly small studio that Sony gave an opportunity to make a racing game. Its predecessors were big studios that was acquired by Sony, and then Sony turned it into, Evolution Studios. Now, here's the issue I'm having with everyone's reviews. And for those of you who don't know, Evolution Studios is known for World Rally Championship Series and MotorStorm Series. So nothing really like amazing. But here's the thing. Evolution Studios is like SCE Japan, or Bandai, or Namco, or Konami, or even Capcom to some extent. They promote to their market. You see what I'm saying? So the reason why it has no US cars and it has no Japanese cars is because it's a European developer that's promoting to European fans, like FIFA. FIFA doesn't sell tons in the US. It sells a whole lot more overseas. That's understandable. Drive Club is probably going to sell a whole lot more overseas than it is going to sell here in the US. Microsoft tailors only to the US market. That's why they suffer so much in Japan. That's why they suffer so much in a lot of the Asian market. And if they don't start making Chinese games, Sony's gonna jump ahead of them there too, because Sony is working in development with a Chinese company to make Chinese only games for the console in China. Sony's always done this, but again, this studio is not huge. So the fact that with their small resources, that they even came out with an average racing game that was decent, is actually pretty cool. It's reviews like this that makes it so we don't get innovative games. We don't get Japanese games because US people bitch about Japanese games. Which is why you only see a few Japanese games make it over to the US when there should be tons more, because a lot of their Japanese games are awesome. Europe has the same deal. There are games that are now making it over, like Pixel Junk is the perfect example. Pixel Junk started making it over to the US, but it's still a small amount of European games that make it over to the US because US people don't have an open mind about gaming. At least a lot of them don't. I love Nintendo. I love Microsoft. I love Sony. I prefer Sony to a lot of the other consoles, okay? Whether you like that, whether you don't, I was actually compared to a terrorist group because I preferred Sony over Microsoft. Now, if that ain't fucking sick, I don't know what is. Again, though, this is a small studio that Sony gave an opportunity to. Microsoft doesn't give opportunities to small studios, and I know this for a fact. I have friends developing right now who went to Microsoft first, developing games right now, who went to Microsoft first for backing for their project, but Microsoft turned them down because lack of experience. See, Sony doesn't do that. Sony accepts a lot of different types of games. Microsoft is tailored to big budget and US market. So if you're looking for Japanese games or a Japanese field of games, or you're looking for a European field of games, or you're looking for other types of games, Microsoft doesn't have it. Now for a gamer, this is very problematic because we like all types of games. People who play on PC and consoles like all different types of games, and most Sony players buy a whole lot of different types of games, which is why a lot of markets still count on Sony fans buying their games. Is Drive Club the best game ever? No, but it's done by a small studio. A very small studio. But no one wants to bring that up. Like every studio has to be big budget. They gave this studio an opportunity. Did it botch it? Absolutely, but studios are going to do that. But the fact that Sony is still caring enough to put money into a small studio like Evolution Studios shows you how much they care about gaming. Microsoft will not put money into a small studio unless it was made by them, branded by them, and has the experience of like 10 years or something like that. And this is not a knock on Microsoft, that's just the way their business operates. Nintendo takes care of indie developers and new developers, just like Sony does. Now, they have the same type of mentality because they used to be one company. So for people to bitch about a European-made racing game that was tailored to European people is kind of odd, don't you think? Or to compare it to a US-tailored game like Forza Horizon 2. The Crew is more tailored towards the US, and I believe The Crew is going to be the better game. But you're also talking about a new IP, which is Drive Club, compared to an already established franchise, or two already established franchises, like Forza and Forza Horizon 2. Now that's odd. You're going to compare a new IP. Everyone's talking about how much this year was Microsoft, but Microsoft hasn't put out anything new save Sunset Overdrive. That's the only new IP you guys have put out. Halo Master Chief Collection is not a new IP. Forza is not a new IP. Forza Horizon 2 is not a new IP. Where is the new IP? It doesn't exist for them either. Little Big Planet is an already established franchise that a lot of people like. So Sony still has a new IP, while Xbox still has a new IP. Each one only has one new IP. One! Look at the facts before you start judging and saying who's better and who's not. Am I saying Sony's better than Xbox? Absolutely not. I think they're both capable systems, and I think Nintendo is also a capable system. Nintendo's always my second to Sony. I normally get Xbox down the road. I always do that. That's just the way that I am. But if you're going to bring facts and go IP for IP, what has Microsoft come out that is new? I'm hearing crickets because they haven't put out anything new either. At least Drive Club was a new IP. It didn't work out, but at least it was tried. At least Destiny is a new IP. Now, if you guys want to keep having sequel after sequel after sequel on Microsoft, which I play on Microsoft too, which I am not happy with. I am not happy with the fact that they are putting out a Master Chief Collection or putting out Halo 5. Why? Not because they're bad franchises, but because they're not new IPs. Gears of War is not new. What are they putting out that's new besides Sunset Overdrive? You can say what you want about Order 1886, but it's new. You can say what you want about Bloodborne, but it's new. Where are Xbox's new games? They don't exist, so stop talking like they have this great lineup. See, this is what I'm talking about, misinformation, though. Okay, what has Microsoft come out with that's a new IP? I'm not talking about Forza Horizon 2. I'm not talking about Forza 4. I'm not talking about Halo the Master Chief Collection. What have they come out that is new this year that's so much more better than Sony? Let's look at them. Bungie has a new IP that you guys shat on. Drive Club is a new IP that you guys shat on. Sunset Overdrive, you guys will probably give a good review to. You know, all Xbox fans I know are going to give a good review. Whether it's good or not, they'll give a good review. You have Shadow of Mordor, which is a new IP. You have The Crew, which is a new IP. But again, these are all third-party titles that are going to be on both systems. So where are your new IPs that Microsoft has a million of them over Sony? In fact, what's coming out next year that's a new IP? And I'm not talking about sequels. I'm talking about a new IP. Okay, this is what we know of so far. Until Dawn, Bloodborne, Order of 1886, and everyone's like, oh, well, these games are going to suck. Everyone says they're going to suck. Really? Okay, if you want to believe that, but at least they're new IPs. At least they're new games. They're new experiences. So this is making me believe you guys don't want new experiences anyway, because you guys seem to shit on every new experience you get. Whether it be indie games or AAA titles, it doesn't matter. You guys seem to shit on every new game that comes out. And is this gaming? No, this is not gaming. You shit on all the games that come out for small studios. You shit on all the games that come out for indies. You shit on all the games that come out that are new IPs. And you praise the games that we've had 6 sequels to. So anyway, big ups to Evolution Studios, because they made the jump to the next gen. It may not have been the greatest game ever. It's an average racing game from what I've played of it. But, you know, congratulations to them. Congratulations to that studio for having such a small studio put out that kind of work. Congratulations to them. And if you guys want to shit on them, then by all means go ahead. But you guys aren't the end-all be-all. And I hope Evolution Studios continues down this path and continues putting out stuff that we like. Or stuff that we might like. Congratulations on the new IP. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see all of you guys next time.